You look at any martial arts, there's kind of a basic sort of level of, because this is basic martial arts, you know how to fight. You already know how to defend yourself, right? You've been training for a year, we'll say. You can punch, you can kick, you can block, you can spar, right? So once there's that, why would you learn a weird form with movements repeated like multiple times in it? And I think it's because it's the forms take for granted that you already know how to fight. They're not actually the first step. They're supposed to be a later step. The first step is supposed to be your foundations. Learn how to defend yourself, get your basics together, get your mind into your body, right? Doesn't matter if it's martial arts or yoga kind of stuff. Get your mind and your body to work together, right? Then having a choreography starts to reinforce certain things. It's like learning a language, right? Now you've got your alphabet, and now somebody's put some words and sentences together. See, John, run. That's where we're at now in the forms. So why do the forms look so weird, and why do you see these repetitions of like 3 times generally? I suspect it's a lot more like Master So-and-so was in a fight once, and he survived because this weird thing happened where the guy grabbed the back of his sword and he did this move, and he chopped the guy's arm off. And he felt that it saved his life. So what does he teach everybody, right? This crazy thing happened to me on the road once, so I'm going to teach you what I did that saved my life. Because you're my students and I love you.
Yeah.
How many generations does it take before you have these crazy sets full of all these weird situations, right?
Yeah, that you wouldn't be considered part of standard training.
It's not normal, because I mean, somebody chops at you with a sword, you block and you chop them back. If they punch you, you try to block and punch them back.
But you can swing a sword a lot of ways.
So some unusual things might happen, right? And that's where you're going to see this weird, oh, why does this form do this over and over? Well, either it's some really tricky little situation to get you out, or like in the case of something like Tai Chi, you'll see like, you see a few of them. Cloud hands, for instance, and single whip. You see lots of single whips, every single Tai Chi form. Well, why? Because it's got the core skills sitting inside it, right? So you make the student do it over and over and over and over until the core fundamentals start to get built. Just like sparring and stuff, I think.
Or learning your alphabet.
Yeah, exactly. You're learning your alphabet, and then you'll learn words, and then somebody will teach you some sentences, and then you'll try to make your own sentences, but they'll be dumb. So
And you'll try to read.
And you try to read, and somebody has to help you, and that's exactly it. A high-level martial artist is somebody who's writing poetry. You know.
Not learning their ABCs, and those are the fundamentals. You have to have your fundamentals before you can write poetry.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly it.